Greetings, folks. This is DC Investing. I've reached financial independence and I'm talking about topics that might help others on their path to financial independence. And today I wanted to share an update on a dividend paying stock that I have. Just kind of explain how I got there and how much this stock pays me. And I think one of the holy grails of investing towards financial independence, retire early, that's the FIRE movement, is to be able to acquire enough assets so that eventually those assets pay for your lifestyle. And so the idea of having passive income is really, I think, the dream that most people are seeking for. And it took me a while to do this, but I think I'm right on the cusp of being financially free. I do still work right now, but it's kind of a choice. I don't have to. I'm doing a little bit of extra saving right before deciding to retire. But today, the stock that I wanted to kind of share with is a stock called Energy Transfer. The ticker is ET. And Energy Transfer paid to me in August this last year $3,345 as a distribution. You could call it a dividend. It comes to me as return on capital, which is something I really like because I don't have to pay taxes on that return on capital in the year that I receive it. It kind of reduces the basis for what I paid for the stock. And then when I sell my Energy Transfer shares, that's the moment where I have to pay the distribution. So I get to kind of time when I want to be, when I want to pay tax on this. So the Energy Transfer is going to pay that same $3,345 distribution to me again in November, kind of the middle of November. Basically, it does this 4 times a year, and the total that I will be paid from my shares that I own of Energy Transfer is $13,383. So in order to get this distribution, I own quite a bit of this company. I actually own 10,139 shares of this stock, and today that has a purchase value of $171,703. So it's the largest single security that I own in my portfolio, and I didn't purchase outright all of these shares. I actually own 2 different companies that then merged together. So I owned Energy Transfer stock, and I also owned a company called Crestwood Equity Partners. Both of them were kind of equal weightings in my portfolio, but then Energy Transfer bought Crestwood Equity, and so thus I just got Energy Transfer shares from it. So it turned into my largest position. I didn't sell down any of the position in Energy Transfer because that would have caused a taxable event, and I think Crestwood paid a higher dividend than Energy at one point, but then once the share prices appreciated when Energy Transfer bought it, when I started getting Energy Transfer's dividend, it worked out to be good for that one too. So I didn't purchase all of just Energy Transfer. I actually had 2 different stocks that merged together that gave me this large position. And I also didn't pay $171,000 for the shares because the shares have appreciated over the years, and I have a 34% gain included in that $171,000 amount that's occurred over the past couple of years. So really, I've had kind of the best of both worlds on this one, where the share prices have appreciated, and then I've also gotten a really high dividend. My dividend yield for Energy Transfer is 7.6%, which is really great. So according to the law of 72, if you have a 7.2% dividend, you'll earn your money, you'll make 100% gain in a 10-year time frame. So I'm on par to be higher than that because I have both a capital depreciation and a dividend yield from this stock. So it's been really a good thing. I didn't start getting interested in pipelines till kind of the end of 2021. Before that, I was invested in a lot of just really good energy companies, and those I held kind of through 2022, which was a good year for energy companies. But then I sort of shifted over and first I bought pipeline ETFs, then I bought pipelines individually. And it's been a really good move thus far. So again, this is my largest holding. I'm going to get $13,000 a year from holding the stock. It'll continue to do this, and it'll do this perpetually as long as the economy doesn't crash or the stock gets bought out or the company goes bankrupt or something. So this becomes a good portion of what I expect will be financial independence income or retirement income. And year after year, this one's going to pay me $13,000. So I'll show an image of kind of what Energy Transfer owns. They have pipelines all across America. They're kind of one of the big 5 pipeline companies out there. So I feel fairly safe owning these or owning this stock. But just kind of to share what can happen over time as you do your investments and acquire shares in different companies. I traded my day labor for the dollars that I used to then purchase various stocks. And then over time, the stocks both appreciated capital gains wise, but then I've also reinvested dividends as they've come in. I have not needed them because I've also, I've had a regular salary. So I just reinvested the dividends back and bought more shares. So, I've ended up with more stock over time, and eventually it created the situation where I no longer need to do a day job because I have enough passive income to pay for all my bills. So there's a little bit of a sharing with you. This is a fun stock. It's pays a really high dividend. It's also been a good grower, and I thought I'd share that with you today. So like, subscribe. Hopefully this kind of information is inspirational to you, that you realize that you can get to the point where you have enough invested that you can live off your investments. And so there's Energy Transfer. Bye.